Morning, everybody. So I had a day off today. I woke up, I massaged my legs a long time today compared to most days. I stretched and I massaged my legs a lot. I wanted to make a quick video about pushing yourself and what I've experienced this whole year. And this might help somebody understand a little bit more about pushing yourself through hard goals or whatever. So I woke up and I massaged my legs a lot this morning, and I stretched, and I just kept massaging them because my legs are getting pretty sore. They've been sore all week, but they're getting pretty bad. Anyways, so what's happened is this whole year I've experienced a lot of pushing myself. I've realized that that's a huge part of really making progress and really strengthening yourself and really feeling fulfillment. And I've realized that fulfillment, feeling good about what you do, makes great energy. Almost when you're tired and you feel fulfilled after you're done doing something difficult, it gives you more energy, even though you're tired. So a part of pushing myself has been, like, for example, so many days, I literally so many, month after month after month, week after week, day after day. I had days where, for example, I would wake up early. I would do my thing, my morning routine. I would get my juice. I haven't busted out my juice for a while. It's been so I probably went like 4 months juicing, and then I probably went like 4 months with the NutriBullet strong this year. And that was for various reasons. But anyways, I would wake up and I would either juice or NutriBullet or stretch or read or study, etc. Just like I'm doing now, depending where I'm at. Like I said in an earlier video, I've lived in 3 different houses this year. But at each house, I just basically readjust, and I have the same kinds of things around me, which is exercise, something to study with, something to read, write, good food, something to juice or something to blend with, like a NutriBullet or a juicer. Anyways, so I wake up early and I get started, and then I go do my work day. And the majority of this year, I would come home from a 9 to 11 hour shift, and then I would exercise again, and I would keep studying. So my average day was like a 16 to 20 hour day, nonstop. From the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep, I just worked. Even when I was at work, for example, I worked at a restaurant most of this year, and it's very busy work if you engage yourself. And restaurants are, fair to say, a passion of mine. I very much enjoy the rush, and I love having an organized work environment. And when the rush comes, working hard. And when the rush is not happening, then you're prepping. Anyways, the whole 9 to 11 hour shift at the restaurant, I work. I don't stop. I work. So my point about all this is, those days add up and you start getting tired, working out hard, pushing yourself, studying, reading, going a 9 to 11 hour shift. There was a point this year where I went over 40 days working every day. For me, that's significant. I was pushing myself. I had over 40 days straight with no day off. And on top of that, through all this time, working out, studying. And like I said, there was moments of failure. That's another part of pushing myself. I've had to push myself to get back on track. But what I wanted to tell you is, for example, today, I woke up early. I got to massaging my legs, massaging my body, stretching my body, and I've gotten pretty tired this month. I've never felt. It had been a while since I felt exhausted like I did yesterday, physically. So I felt very, very tired because I've been pushing myself hard. And I've been experiencing those days, all year long. My point is that that's a part of progressing. That's a part of strengthening yourself. As far as I've experienced, I'd come home from a 9 or 11 hour shift and I did not feel like doing nothing else. I was so tired, literally, where I was like falling asleep, sitting down on the chair. I'd come home, I didn't even want to take my clothes off. I just wanted to go to sleep. I didn't even want to take my shoes off. I didn't want to do nothing. As soon as I got home, I just wanted to fall asleep immediately. I was so tired. But I wouldn't. I'd push myself. I would take like a 3, 5, sometimes 10-minute nap. But literally, I'm not exaggerating, sometimes just a 2 or 3 minute nap. Just close my eyes, and then I'd have to find a way to wake myself back up. I'd grab my jump rope and I'd head outside and I'd go jump rope. And so I just want to share that a huge part that I've experienced about pushing yourself, about getting a routine going, getting the same things going day after day, read, study, exercise, eat well, and then your regular job. That's what my year has consisted of mostly. And then there's the failure part, where I've gotten off track. But I've also, the more you push yourself to develop a routine, and the more you invest in improvements with your life, it gets harder and harder to stay off track, because you've put so much time and so much energy and so much effort into improving yourself, into building new habits, and so on and so forth, that when you get off track, you can't help but basically be mad at yourself for letting yourself get off track, and you're just ready to get back on track. So you got to build an obsession with these things. So you really got to know what you want to do. I suggest study is something to consider. Study, whether it's reading books, writing, researching things, taking notes. So studying, eating well, exercising, those are good places to start, in my opinion. You could find your own interests, but I'm just sharing mine. Hopefully this helps somebody understand. That's how I've built my routine this year. And a lot of times I've been so tired. I don't want to read anymore. I don't want to take any more notes. I'm telling you, I've worked like, 70-hour weeks, 60-hour weeks regularly all year long. On top of that, like I said, read, study, exercise, eat well, day after day, week after week, month after month. And sometimes you'll be so tired regularly. You just work tired, but I mean exhausted. That's what I've experienced. So maybe this will help somebody when they're going through it. Just understand, as far as I've experienced, it's a part of it, and it helps you, and you start feeling fulfillment from it, because you understand, you look around and you really realize that not a lot of people are doing that, in my opinion, from what I've experienced. You look around and you realize most people are not doing that. So read, educate yourself, research, take notes, eat well, exercise. And when you get off track, when you get so tired emotionally, it's a big challenge as well, I've experienced. And when you get off track and you might fall into like bad habits again, or old habits or whatever, do your best to get back on track and push yourself. And when you're really, really tired, I found that writing sometimes helps as well. So you can write about how you feel. I've done that all year long. I wrote a lot. So I just wanted to share a little bit about pushing yourself, guys. Like this morning I woke up and I was so exhausted, and I've been exhausted many days when I wake up. But today I had to take a nap. I woke up, I read, I stretched, I massaged my body, I ate breakfast, and then I started to study a little, and I realized, man, I am exhausted. But I had felt pretty tired the rest of the week, and this is normal for me. I've already felt this. So push yourself, even when you're tired. That's my advice, and it's honestly it's a nice thing, even though it feels really difficult while you're going through it. And it's not nice really while you're going through it. But anyways, guys, I hope somebody, my intentions are that somebody wants to improve their life and starts attempting to, as I have, and hopefully me sharing my experiences kind of somehow supports somebody else. You're gonna fail, you're gonna get off track, it's gonna be difficult, but keep pushing. It's still difficult for me, I'm still pushing. I'm learning, I'm still trying my best to learn how to do it better. And like I said, guys, it's gonna get hard, and one thing I've experienced is just keep pushing yourself. And when you get off track, push yourself to get back on track. Keep studying, keep taking notes, keep building and strengthening your interests, and make sure that you know why you're doing what you're doing, and make sure that you really like what you're pushing yourself to do, because it's going to be important. Because when it gets hard, when it gets difficult, when you're tired, you're going to need every reason and every amount of anything that can help you get back on track. And a huge part of that, you have to know why you're doing it, and you have to really like what you're doing, and understand that the direction that you're moving in. You're gonna have to really have mental clarity, because when you get tired, and you're really gonna have to have some passion, and so on and so forth. Because when you get really tired, when you get off track, when emotionally it gets so difficult, life in general, plus you're pushing yourself so hard, you're gonna have to really dig deep, as they say, to stay moving, to stay pushing forward. Anyways, guys, so I'll talk to y'all later. And I appreciate anybody who watches the videos. And let's keep it moving. Peace out.